Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and today I'm finally doing a part 3 of my Richard Hayes and Ryu Hayabusa story. Now, before I get into reading this, I just want to say that my tablet, well, I dealt with this before, but I need to be careful with my internet storage. I don't want to download anything else ever again because I just feel like it might make things worse. So, yeah, I'm going to be careful not download anything. Anyway, let's just get into the video. Ryu explains how he met a lot of girls who had feelings for him, and he felt bad having to turn them down in the past. He explains the list of girls who also had made impressions on him, crossed paths with, and tried to be in a relationship with him. Can I tell you something? Yes, please, feel free to tell me. One time, I broke into Lily's house, slapped her, held her at gunpoint, and forced her to get in the bathtub naked. What? Why would you do such a thing like that to her? I was angry with her. And she told me that Riley tried to have sex with me when Kayla was in the hospital, even though I had no idea what she was doing to me. Tell me everything about what you did. You have to tell me everything that happened that night. I yelled at her. She then yelled back saying that Riley was causing all my problems. And I lost my mind. I threw a radio in the bathtub, causing Lily to get electrocuted. I killed her. What happened next? Tell me, what happened after you killed her? I ran home crying and was upset from what I did, but then Riley was in the house. Riley was in my house, and I thought she was trying to take me away from Kayla. So I took a knife and stabbed her in the neck. Ryu looks at his friend with horror and sadness in his eyes after the horrible story his friend just told him. He can't believe that he committed those terrible deeds. It seems that there's more to Richard than what it seems. Ryu closes his eyes in sorrow for a moment, but then opens them and looks at Richard with compassion, full of empathy and understanding. He takes a deep breath with a calm voice. Keep telling me. I went upstairs to calm down, telling myself to smile and that everything was going to be okay, but it wasn't okay. I killed them. Ryu watches his friend as he cries and sobs. Ryu walks towards Richard and puts his hand on his shoulder to comfort him. In his calm voice, he asks, what happened next? I love Kayla. I wanted her to be with me forever, but I became a monster to her. A tear rolls down Ryu's cheek as his eyes still show horror and sadness when his friend says he has done these things to the woman he loved. He takes a moment to understand all this. His eyes show an understanding of the guilt and pain his friend must be living with right now to have done these horrible things. He takes a moment and then looks at Richard with compassion in his eyes. There's apparently a little mistake with the way it was typed with one of the spaces. But I'm not gonna. Did you have nightmares? He asks this with a calm voice. Richard shakes his head no. Ryu nods at this in understanding of his friend's pain and gives him a slight comforting smile. He puts a hand on Richard's shoulder in a gesture of comfort. He doesn't push him to talk about this anymore and just lets his friend be as he shared some very heavy things with him in hopes that his friend will at least feel a bit better by getting this off his chest. When his friend seems ready, he speaks again with his calm and understanding voice. You can talk to me later if you want to. Ryu, are you perverted? Ryu smiles and chuckles a bit at the abruption of his friend's question. He looks at him and with a soft voice full of empathy, he responds, No, I'm not. Oh, good. Ryu smiles slightly. Why do you ask me something like that? I'm sorry, it was just something that I was wondering about. It's okay. I'm not really sure why were you wondering about it? About something like this right now, but it's okay. The answer is no. I'm not a pervert. Good. I also wanted to talk about Rachel and Momoji. Are they nice girls? Ryu thinks back at all the interactions he has had with Rachel and Momoji, what he thinks of them, and what his thoughts are about them in general. Yes, they're both very nice women. Ryu's response seems full of sincerity. Well, even though the two girls were worried about you, when I looked at them, Momoji seemed sweet and compassionate while also smart. Rachel seemed hard, tough, and almost wicked. I don't know, but I just have a feeling that I don't like her, but I don't hate her either. You were right about Rachel. She is tough and hard, and even though I wouldn't call her wicked, she has a bit of what would you call it? Oh yes, Rachel has a bit of a troubled side to her, but she's nice. She's still nice. About Momoji, you're right. She's compassionate and intelligent. You were on point about them, mostly. That's good. But I just have a bad feeling about Rachel. I'm not sure why, though. Why do you feel that way about Rachel? If you don't mind me asking. Rachel reminded me so much of Riley. She was really mean in a teasing way. I don't know why I have even dated her in the first place, and when I got into a serious relationship with Kayla, Riley wasn't happy about it. As a matter of fact, she was a bitch. One time when Kayla and I were going on a date, eating at a nice and fancy restaurant, Riley showed up and made a scene. However, Molly came over and tackled Riley to the ground, causing a fight, and then we were kicked out of the restaurant. I got so mad at Riley that my blood was boiling. I yelled and screamed at her, saying that I hated her and that I never wanted to see her again. I can't believe this. Riley sounds like a really despicable person. She was. Rachel reminds me so much of her that it scared me. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm sorry you had to go through something like that. You deserved better. Someone better. Is Rachel really a nice person? Is she? Don't worry. She is. Mostly. Richard and Ryu hear knock on the door. Richard answers it to see Rachel and Momochi. You two came by to see me? Yes. Ryu looks at Richard and notices that he seems nervous, shy, or maybe scared. Ryu's eyes look at his friend and then look at Rachel and Momochi as he asks them with a calm and friendly smile. So, what brings you both of you here? He puts his hands on his hips with a casual pose as he waits for the response. Why are they here? We were looking for you, of course. And we noticed this beautiful house and wondered if you were here. Well, you came to the right place. I was here all along. What did you want to talk about? Oh, the two girls then look at Richard. Master Ryu, do you know this guy? Yes. I live here, and Ryu became my new friend, so I decided to let him spend the night here with me. Oh, that's really sweet. You and Ryu are friends. Plus, I had no idea that this is your house. It's really nice and somewhat fancy. Rachel looks at Richard and then to Ryu. Is your friend okay? Yes, he's fine. We're very good friends. Who wants some chocolate cake? Chocolate cake? That sounds wonderful. Moments later, Richard sliced the cake, giving the cake slices to Ryu, Rachel, and Momochi. Meanwhile, he has vanilla ice cream with strawberries. Ryu watches as his friend serves the cake and ice cream, and he's surprised how nicely he prepared everything. His face seems to show full satisfaction and appreciation of the effort, and he gives his friend a small smile while he takes a slice of the delicious chocolate cake. The chocolate cake looks amazing. He takes a piece of the delicious dessert and bites it. The sweet taste is so delicious. He smiles once again to his friend as he eats his chocolate cake, and he gives him a small thumbs up as he enjoys the dessert. Excellent! Richard sweetly smiles at Ryu and then Momochi, but when he looked at Rachel, he covered his face, completely afraid and shy. Ryu notices the subtle but noticeable change in his friend's attitude as soon as he looks at Rachel. He doesn't know what's going on, but there seems to be fear there. Ryu's eyes go into an understanding and soft look. Richard, is everything okay? Nothing, Ryu. I should probably go to my room. As Richard goes to his bedroom, Rachel and Momochi get concerned with Ryu's friend. Did I do something wrong to make your friend upset, Ryu? Richard was acting a bit strange when he saw you. What happened to him? He was so nervous that he left in a hurry. Does he hate me? No, he doesn't hate you. Did I do something wrong to make him upset? Ryu, please tell me. I think he's afraid of you. Why? Is it because he thought I was someone else? Maybe, but yes. It was because of a woman he knew in the past. Okay, that's all that I... Oh, wait. Oh, I see. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway. Yeah, that's all that I have for this video. I hope to see you in the next part. Bye.